Air India has denied allegations of forcing families allegedly to disclose financial details. In an exclusive statement to India Today, Air India has spoken up and said that, and I quote it here from the statement, compensation process is being handled with flexibility and support. Air India, in fact, is claiming that interim compensation has already been paid to 47 families, more are in process. Basically, this emerged when the family members started to say that Air India is putting a pressure on them over compensation claims. One of the lawyers has said that victims' kin are being threatened into signing a certain form. What form? The kin have been asked to show dependency for the compensation. So this is what has happened, and this is huge. Remember, Air India's statement as the matter is being now taken up, whether it's legally the threat to sue Air India for the Ahmedabad crash, but also at this juncture because of the compensation, that's another level of torture for the family members. This should have been an easy process, but is there some forms that they're expected to sign? Air India, however, has very categorically denied allegations that they're not forcing. They've said they're not forcing any family to disclose financial details and have said compensation processes, in fact, is being handled with flexibility and support, and that interim compensation already has been paid to about 47 families. More are in process. A lawyer had said victims' kin is being threatened into signing forms. Air India, according to families, was pressurizing them over compensation claims, that the kin were asked to show dependency for the compensation. So we'll try and analyze this further. But remember that at this point, compensation, it's more of a formality. Lives that have been lost are gone forever. The least that can be done is that the compensation that goes to the right kith and kin and goes in a manner which is empathetic, to say the least. Our legal editor Nalini Sharma joins me on the phone line for the latest on that. Nalini, just put this in perspective. What are the lawyers alleging and what is the Air India saying in return?
Well, Pooja, we've got an exclusive statement from Air India regarding the allegations that were raised by the lawyers, and essentially Air India has denied the allegations outrightly. They've said that they are unsubstantiated and don't have any valid basis. But what the families in this case, through their lawyers in a law firm based in UK called Stewart's Law, have alleged is that Air India forced some of these families to sign certain forms disclosing their financial dependency on the deceased family member. And what the lawyers allege is that this is likely to impact the amount of compensation these families will get because it's directly related to the amount of financial dependency that they actually had on the deceased family member. But Air India again has categorically denied these allegations. They've also given us details saying that 47 of these families who were part of this air crash have already received their advance compensation in accordance with the Montreal Convention, and 55 other families, their documents have been processed and they are in the process of receiving their compensation as well. But at the same time, these allegations have been raised through the lawyers who say that they are advising at least 40 plus families related to the AI-171 crash. There are no official lawsuits that have been filed in the case yet, but that is something that is expected in the coming days. And in the run-up to this fight that is going to be initiated before the courts, either in the US or the UK, over enhanced compensation for the families of the victims of the AI-171 crash.
So primarily remember that in other countries where this threat to sue that has come in, but imagine the family members, the survivors left behind, whether spouse, parents, children, to now go around trying to get compensation done. Thank you very much for now. Nalini will be tracking the latest on that. Air India denies allegations of forcing families to disclose financial details, while there are kith and kin via their lawyers who have said they are being forced to sign certain forms. There's a dependency compensation they are being forced to show.